I was so wrapped up in actually like thinking of what like I was gonna say for this update stream that I didn't actually think of a way to properly segue into an intro for this. So I guess this is gonna have to do. But yes, hello everyone. If you're wondering what this whole setup is, this is my usual stream setup. Because I am currently streaming this, but I'm releasing this edited for everyone on YouTube to watch later because I don't want to just leave a big channel update like this for the stream archives, like for the VODs. I want to actually have this out on the channel regularly because yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but it has been a hot minute. It has been quite a big hot minute since we have basically done anything on the channel. We haven't done any main Bun Squad videos. We haven't done any Midnight Combo Pack. None of the other podcasts we have. Oh, to be fair, okay, no. To be fair, we have had things going on Bun Squad Gaming. We have had some episodes on Bun Squad Gaming, but that's about it. We have not done anything else, basically. By the way, if you guys see me looking this way, I'm looking at chat. I don't usually have to explain that, but again, releasing this on its own, so yeah. Long story short, okay, just to put this out there right now, long story short, 2024 has not been our year. It has not been our year. Of all the years we've been making stuff for this channel specifically, since 2019 and onward, 2024 has been the most hellish year for actually sitting down and doing stuff for the channel. It has been quite a mess, and some of it is because of actual video stuff itself. A lot of it has to do with personal stuff, which, as sad as it is to say, I'm not going to be getting into a lot of that stuff because it is really personal. I think I've had more depression now than I have ever had in my life. I'm not someone who ever really struggled with depression, is the thing. And I don't have a diagnosis, so I won't say I officially have depression or anything because I'm not diagnosed. But I'm not someone who's ever had depression, and since I want to say like the middle of last year, but especially from the start of this year, I have really been struggling a lot with just various different stuff. And it's not just been me, because Zen has also been dealing with stuff, whether it be moving between jobs, job hunting right now, as a matter of fact, dealing with personal stuff on her end. It's been so much that we have not been able to properly sit down and focus on video content. It's it's one of those things where something had to give, and production of videos was the thing that had to be put on the back burner. It's not to say we haven't been working on videos, it's just that the pace has been so slow that we basically had to force a hiatus onto the channel. And that's why we've been lacking as far as like videos on the channel is concerned. The point is, we have been doing stuff, even if it is at a slower pace. And we're at the point where we finally want to give you guys an update because stuff is progressing well, and we're at the point where we feel like starting this month we can properly return to making videos. Or let me rephrase that. We can probably return to releasing videos because we have a lot on the plate that we have been working on, and I feel like we are at the stage where we can release a bunch of videos and have it feel consistent, because we don't just want to like drop like one video here or there and then silence forever. We want to keep releasing stuff on a regular basis, as to not have you guys wait like 3 months between like every single video. So we have stuff being worked on, and I'm gonna break this down into tiers. We have like a bunch of different tiers for content on the channel that we're gonna that I'm gonna go through, and I hope you guys stick with me through this, because there is a lot to talk about, but I promise you it'll be worth it to hear what our plans are. So with that being said, let's begin this truly by talking about scripted content. This involves our main analysis videos where our storyline resides. It's also where Midnight Combo Pack is slotted in, as well as my own videos, which we will talk about in a bit. let's talk about Danganronpa 2. Because really, as far as like main video stuff that has been delaying like content, you know, not just personal life stuff, but also like video content, like, you know, being in the way of actually having stuff release, Danganronpa 2 has been our main source of pain. It's been our golden goose, basically. Danganronpa 2 has been our golden goose on the channel for our main series. And quite frankly, we are sick of chasing it. We are sick of fucking chasing this video. But we want to have this video out because we are still going to do the Danganronpa marathon. We are committed to this marathon of games we're going to do, which, for those uninitiated, is Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa the Animation. Those two videos are out. Those two videos are already out for you to view. Then Danganronpa 2 is next. Then Danganronpa Another Ultra Despair Girls. Then the Danganronpa 3 anime. And then the final video of the marathon is the Danganronpa V3 video. And that is going to round out the current story arc that we are doing for our channel. And this is kind of something I never want to do again, is in that, like, we have tied our current story arc for the storyline we have in our main videos to the Danganronpa marathon. We have tied it so much so that, like, it is reliant on the Danganronpa videos to actually come out. Like, you know, and I never want to do that again. It was a mistake. It was a mistake to do it this way, because the way we do it is that, like, essentially the A plot with, like, Zen being kidnapped by Monokuma, that is tied to the Danganronpa videos, whereas the B plot of, like, myself and the cats trying to find Zen in the storyline, that stuff is in the non-Danganronpa videos, and that's the way we've kind of structured it. And, like, I never want to structure it like this again, because if it's reliant on a certain set of videos, then those videos, you gotta make sure, are not gonna take you 3 years, 2 to 3 years, to be very precise on that, to actually fucking finish. And so it was a mistake to do it this way, because we have a lot of ideas, literally a lot of ideas, already penciled in for after the Despair arc is over. And we can't get to them yet because we're still on this fucking arc. Just to give you guys an idea of where the video is at, luckily, we have 100% scripted the video. It is all done. The script overall is 95 pages. So, yeah, it's a long video. It's by far the biggest video we've ever worked on. I only see Danganronpa V3 topping it. And even then, there's a small part of me that hopes it isn't as long. There is a small part of me that hopes that the Danganronpa V3 video is not as long as this one. But I know us, and I know that that video is probably going to be just as long, if not longer. Luckily, we don't have to worry about it for quite a while, because that's literally at the end of the Despair arc. But, like, I'm scared for that video, is all I'm going to say. But yeah, Danganronpa 2 is by far the longest video we've ever done. It more than doubles the Danganronpa 1 video. And that itself was 2.5 hours, like almost 2.5 hours long. It was about 2 hours, 20 minutes. The raw audio for that was 3 hours long. I shudder to think what the raw audio for this video is going to be by the end of it. But it's because of its sheer length that both Tifa and I are going to be both editing this video. So what we're going to do is that Tifa is going to edit the video up to chapter 4, which goes up until page 37 of the script. So that's less than half of what I'm gonna have on the video, but I'm already prepared for that. Like, that was a bullet I was willing to take, because it's like, there are certain things I really want to be in charge of for this video. So I'm just taking the bullet on that and handling what I'm going to handle. Tifa is going to be starting on her bits by the end of the month, because she currently has the Sonic CD first impressions that she's working on right now. That'll be up within sometime in the next few weeks, because that's almost done. She sent the preview of that like just yesterday. It looks great, because Tifa's just an amazing editor. So that'll be coming out soon. And she's also been working on some artwork for me. More on that in a little bit. Once she's done with those 2 projects, she's going to start editing her sections. And then I'm going to be editing chapters 5 and onward once I've got my priorities all set. Zen on her end is still recording the video. She's recording, I believe she's up to chapter 5 right now. So she's got chapter 5, chapter 6, and then all the gameplay stuff afterwards. And then after the story segment, she's basically done with that video. So she's like making good progress on the video. It's just that, you know, it's a lot. So naturally it's taking quite a bit to like record all of it. There's just so many reasons as to why this video has taken so long, and we don't want to make you guys wait an extraordinarily long time, like, you know, for the final result. So we are tentatively going to say that we want the video to be out by the end of 2024. We're not going to like definitively say that yes, that is for sure when the video is coming out, but that is our hope. We want by the end of the year, whether it's November or December, we want by the end of 2024 for Danganronpa 2 to be finished, so that then we can move on. You know, we will have some non-Danganronpa stuff coming out after Danganronpa 2 and before Ultra Despair Girls, but not too many non-Danganronpa videos, because again, we want this Despair arc to be over, and we don't want to delay Ultra Despair Girls and then both 3 and V3 for too much longer. In fact, the Danganronpa 3 anime and Danganronpa V3 are both going to be back-to-back. We've always intended for those 2 videos to be like a double-part finale to the Despair arc. So, yeah, that's still a ways away, but like, we have a plan set for like the end of the arc, essentially. But moving past Danganronpa 2, while Zen's focus right now is to get the last chunk of Danganronpa 2 recorded, Tifa's goals right now, before she moves into editing for Danganronpa 2, is going to be finishing the Sonic CD First Impressions and the artwork for a video that I'm currently editing. Because, yeah, I've said a couple of times over the past couple of years that I've intended to make my own videos for the channel. And it's basically just been a matter of, like, trying to think up of good ideas to, like, do for videos on the channel. And, like, you know, just having the motivation to actually make those videos. But finally, after procrastinating for a whole lot of time, I've got a video I'm currently working on, and fingers crossed, will hopefully be releasing by like the end of July, start of August. It's going to be in kind of like a story time animator aesthetic. I won't exactly say what it is right now, but like, it's been something I've been working on like all year, and I'm very excited to see you guys like finally see the fruits of our labor, because Tifa has been pouring in a lot of effort into the artwork for this video. It's been, I've been so proud of her with like some of the stuff that she's made for this, because it's all been just so good. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'm not really going to delve into it too much until it's time to release it, but I very much hope that you guys stay tuned for that, because it's going to be a fun video. It's going to be a very fun video to finally release to you guys. And that's going to be my priority for the month. As well as a new Midnight Combo Pack episode, which is fully recorded. That's going to be on Assassin's Creed 1 and Darkstalkers 1. That'll be releasing, I want to say that's maybe going to be around September. I want to say, like, maybe around September time is when I'm planning to get that video done. And then, yeah, after that is when I'm going to be fully focusing on Danganronpa 2. Hopefully by then, Zen will have more of the video recorded. Well, okay, hopefully she'll have all the video recorded by then. You know, like, by September, hopefully that video will be 100% finished in terms of recording. And I can just fully dive into to editing that beast. But, yeah, until then, my focus is going to be my very own video and finishing the next Midnight Combo Pack episode. And that's kind of our pipeline for the rest of the year as far as like scripted content is concerned. As for scripted content for the main series, specifically after Danganronpa 2, we don't really want to get too much into that at the moment, since like our focus is Danganronpa 2 and we don't really want to overwhelm ourselves by thinking that much about the content we're going to do after it. But I will say that we have 2 big scripts already finished. One of them is going to be on Genshin Impact, because Zen really wanted to talk about Genshin Impact. And then the other one is going to be the next History of One Piece video, which we've taken our sweet time on History of One Piece, because after what happened with Totally Not Mark like a year or two ago, we kind of wanted to like lay off of One Piece, just out of fear of Toei, just Toei striking down the videos, even though we haven't been using footage, but you never know with this. The next History of One Piece and a Genshin Impact video are on the docket for after Danganronpa 2 comes out, but we're waiting for Zen to fully record those until after Danganronpa 2 is done on her end, because we just want that video all done, essentially. And as for everything else, you'll just have to wait till after Danganronpa 2 for us to really, like, delve into that stuff. That should cover all of the scripted content, luckily. So, I think with that, we'll move into podcasts next, because you will notice that we have quite a bit of podcasts for the channel, including one that we've begun recently, by the name of The Backslog. The Backslog, for those uninitiated, is a podcast featuring myself, Zen, and Tifa, as we basically look through our backlogs and chip away at stuff that we've been meaning to take a look at. It's not something where all three of us need to be blind on the thing. In fact, a part of the series is basically one or more of us basically bringing in something that we love, and showing the other two, or even just one of us, this, series or game or whatever, or set of movies, to essentially discuss and see what everyone in the group's reaction is to that specific topic. All I want to say as far as the Backslog is concerned is that we're very happy with how it's turned out, and our plan from now to basically the end of the year is that the next episode will be happening this month. It is going to be an episode that we've ended up dubbing Tifa's Grab Bag. As far as Tifa's Grab Bag is concerned, what that basically means is that Tifa had, when we listed out a lot of the stuff we wanted to cover for the podcast, Tifa had a lot of miscellaneous movies here and there, where they don't really connect with one another, and we don't want to do episodes that are just focused on, like, singular movies. So we've basically dubbed this Tifa's Grab Bag, in the sense of it's a bunch of Tifa's favorite movies, or just films that Tifa wants to talk about, and it's all compiled into one for us to, like, look at and see what we think of all of these movies. After that, we're going to be doing 3 individual streams on Fate's Day Night, focusing on the anime adaptation of Fate's Day Night. One's going to be on the 2006 series, which adapts the Fate route. One's going to be on the Unlimited Blade Works adaptation by Ufotable. And the third, is going to be on the Heavensfield trilogy made by Ufotable. So that should be fun, because I've been wanting to show the entirety of Fate to both Tifa and Zen for a while now. Then we are going to have an episode on One Piece live action, basically to celebrate that show's 1-year anniversary. And then, closing out the year, we intend on doing an Arcane Season 2 discussion, ahead of any analysis that we'd have for the series. And we do plan on having an analysis for Arcane Season 2, especially because it's going to be like the last season of the show. But for the time being, we will do a discussion of the series for the Backslog when it comes out in November. That's the Backslog taken care of. After that, the Disney debate has been on a bit of a hiatus, just because, like always, Zen and the gang like to do year-long recaps, like looking at like the best movies of 2023, the best movies of 2024, and Zen made a bit of a mistake last year by basically not watching basically any of the films that Disney put out that year. So she has gotten all those films watched. They have recorded that 2023 video, as well as like 1 or 2 other episodes. And coming up soon is actually going to be episode 100 of the Disney debate. So that should be fun to finally get out and have the crew discuss that. But with that being said, the next episode of the Disney debate will be happening this month. And then from there, I hope to like start getting those out on like about a monthly basis. as well as the JoJo podcast we had begun last year, called the Roto JoJo Show, where our friend Rosen had come to us saying, "Hey, I'm doing this this JoJo series, or I'm taking people who haven't seen the series and showing them JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a few episodes at a time, and seeing what their thoughts are. Would you and Zen like to host that on your channel and have a segment for yourselves?" And we were like, that sounds fun. We can do that. But like the Disney debate, that has, of course, been slacking. We have tried to record a bunch of episodes in bulk so that we can start releasing those on a monthly basis. I'm hoping to have that start happening by early August, but we'll see how that goes. At the very least, I want to start releasing those consistently once we do come back with it. But it'll take some time to get everything edited and start coming out on a monthly basis, obviously. Yeah, that's basically all we really have to talk about as far as podcasts are concerned. Really, I don't think podcasts are going to be that big of a concern because they're very easy to do, especially the Backslog, which we do as live streams. The last big thing I want to talk about was Bun Squad Gaming, our gaming channel. Obviously, we've been holding the Bun Plays playthroughs of all the classic Sonic games on there. We will be finishing that up with Sonic 3 and Knuckles because we don't really want to talk about Sonic for that much longer, given how long we've been talking about him. We will be returning to Sonic down the line, but we want to end things off with the height of the classic era with Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's the last entry on the Sonic Origins collection, so I think it just makes sense for us to end things with Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic CD wrapped earlier this year. Sonic 3 Knuckles will, of course, be edited by Tifa, like all the other playthroughs have been. But because of Danganronpa 2, that is still a little ways away. I know, I'm sorry. It has been a hot minute since Sonic CD already, but just bear with us. We really want Danganronpa 2 to be out. So, that will be edited soon, but we do want to have a focus on Danganronpa 2 before we have Tifa juggle yet another project in conjunction with everything. So bear with us with that. 3 Knuckles will be double the length of the other playthroughs. We have averaged 3 parts per playthrough. 3 parts for Sonic 1, 3 parts for Sonic 2, 3 parts for Sonic CD. Sonic 3 Knuckles is 6 parts, because it is, just double the length of a game, when you're going after all the Chaos Emeralds, especially. We hope for that to start by the end of the year, definitely. And at the very least, Nick has edited the Sonic 3 and Knuckles primer, so that should be going out soonish, though not before Sonic CD, the Sonic CD First Impressions comes out sometime this month. I should also note that once the classic Sonic games are all done, once we are all finished with Sonic 3 and Knuckles and all that stuff, I do plan on having one big compilation video come out that basically shows all the highlights and all the best, most funny bits of all of the classic Sonic playthroughs, and have that come out on the main channel for those who may not follow the playthroughs on Bun Squad Gaming. That is something that won't be happening until Sonic 3 and Knuckles is obviously finished, but it's something I thought would be worth addressing for the sake of this update. And the last thing to talk about with Bun Squad Gaming is live streams, because you guys will have noticed that over the past year, I have been live streaming stuff over on Bun Squad Gaming, while Zen has been on a bit of a live streaming hiatus over the last few years. And that may not be changing anytime soon. Maybe it will be, because she wants to do test streams to kind of just see how her rig holds up, and how far she can go with her streams, because she has been having some technical difficulties. But on my end, I have been streaming a bunch of stuff since around August or September-ish of last year. We've been streaming some Humongous Entertainment games. We streamed Sonic Superstars when that came out. We just got done not too long ago with Sam and Max Save the World. But I'm not going to be jumping back into Sam and Max for a little bit, just because I want to do some other playthroughs that are non-Sam and Max related in the meantime. I know I said not too long ago that I was going to do a lot more of Baldur's Gate 3 than I initially intended, and I do still intend on that happening, but Baldur's Gate 3 is something that is just so massive, and I don't want to dedicate all my time to that because I would basically never play anything else. So my plans with Baldur's Gate 3 is to have that be something that I return to periodically. Basically, like, every once in a while, if I feel like I'm in a Baldur's Gate 3 mood, I'll do 1 or 2 Baldur's Gate 3 streams before moving back into what I was already doing. Whereas, in the meantime, the next game I want to do for Bud Squad Gaming is Chrono Trigger. And then after that, moving into October, I want to do a bunch of, like, spooky Halloween-oriented streams, capping off with the beginning of a full playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is a game I've wanted to play for ages, and I figured that, hey, now that I'm streaming, it would make sense to get that started up on the channel as well. And that basically books out basically the entirety of the year, because both Chrono Trigger and Vampire are both RPGs, so those will take some time to finish. But either in between those, or most likely after those two are done, I do intend on going back to Sam & Max to finish both Season 2 and Season 3, which are Beyond Time and Space and Devil's Playhouse, respectively. The only other thing to mention, because otherwise Zen is going to tear my throat out if I don't mention this, is 4 Bun Extras. Starting relatively soon. I don't want to give an exact date for it because, again, mainly focused on Danganronpa 2 and Bun Squad Gaming and all this other stuff and all these other podcasts. But relatively soon, Zen is going to come out with a new series of videos called Building with the Bun for Bun Squad Gaming, because she has very recently gotten really into Lego building. And she was like, you know, she could have kept it as a hobby. She could have kept that as a hobby and been like, you know, this is something fun I want to do in my own time. But she was like, oh, I'm getting into a new hobby with building Lego sets. That's a YouTube idea right there. So she's gotten into like into building stuff for the channel. She's recorded 2 videos as of right now. It is something that's coming, even if it doesn't happen this year. In fact, I'm predicting it's not going to happen this year. And Zen's going to hate me for saying that. Zen's going to be like, what do you mean it's not happening this year? We have so much to do, man. We have so much to do. Danganronpa is going to take a lifetime to finish. Freaking, like, there's streams to do. There's a bunch of different stuff for Bun Squad Gaming. Oh, I didn't even mention for Bun Squad Gaming. After Sonic is all done, we plan on introducing a second block of Bun Plays episodes. Because, you know, we have, like, the smaller series that we do with, like, smaller stuff like Sonic and Castlevania and Kirby. But we also want to cover longer games. But the problem is if we cover longer games strictly on Bun Plays, then we'd have no time to do other stuff. So basically what we're going to do for Bun Plays is we're going to have smaller stuff be Block 1, and then the longer playthroughs be Block 2, and have those run concurrently with one another, just so that everyone's happy. My voice is starting to be lost. I'm going to wrap this up before I completely lose my voice and shoot it out, and I can't record more of the video that I'm actually working on right now. Hey. Anyway, I guess the only other thing to address is that you'll have noticed that up until now in the description of videos, we've had a schedule of stuff in a Google Doc of upcoming projects that are going to be released. That schedule has been culled. We've basically gotten rid of it. We have culled the shit out of that schedule because, yeah, man, it's like videos are just becoming harder to do with, you know, us getting new jobs and stuff, you know, just taking longer to make because we have, you know, we're diving into longer games, longer movies, longer shows, and I am sorry, you know, genuinely, I am really sorry for making you guys wait this long. Like, I've wanted to make an update video since the start of the year. Like, I've wanted to just sit down like this and record an update to give to you guys, explaining where we've been and what we've been doing and just why things have taken so long. And every time I've just procrastinated, you know, and I just figured, you know what, I need to live stream this. I need to live stream this because if I don't live stream this, it's never going to come out. It's never going to happen. Like, let's just live stream this and then, like, get stuff rolling for, like, you know, from the middle of this year and onwards, because I want stuff to come out again. Zen wants stuff to come out again, and luckily stuff has been worked on. There is stuff ready to go and stuff that is almost finished in the editing stage, but we have a long road ahead of us if we want stuff like Danganronpa 2 to be finished, and we are committed to seeing that project through. All I ask is that you guys wait a little longer for us to see to it that everything just gets finished, and I promise you all that, you know, shit will happen and shit will come out, and I promise you it will be worth it, because we are very proud of the stuff that we have been making. But oh my god, has it taken so long. With that being said, guys, I'm Philip. I will see you all later, and you know, it's good to be back. It is good to be back. Hope you guys look forward to all we have coming out.